Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time. Today we are discussing opinions that have changed.
And boy, do you guys have some opinions that have changed. We're talking about weed. A lot of people changing their opinions on weed. Vaccines, people changing their opinions on vaccines.
Yeah.
Trans issues.
Yeah.
We got some of that.
We do unfortunately have some of that.
Got an update that Trump's mind has changed on Mamdani.
Okay, so it's a day full of change.
And if you guys are wondering what else we're talking about, head over to freaking Patreon where we spend 45 minutes talking about Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, head on over to Patreon and you're going to find out what the hell Lee is describing an avocado seed for.
We're having fun over there.
Because he goes in on that.
Because a lot of you guys are like...
shape and size.
Shape and size. We've got Epstein over there. And a lot of you guys are like, we don't want to hear as many stories. We want to hear you guys shoot the shit. Well, that's what our Patreon is for.
Yeah, and I gossip about everything you could ever not want to hear about.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And for $5 a month, yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, for $5 a month, we're doing 4 extra episodes for you honkers.
Yeah, 4 extra episodes a month. And for $5 a month, there's a lot of information in there that you guys could really get us sent to prison with. So if you guys want to get us sent to prison, subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah, if you guys want to hate watch us and ruin us, $5 is all it takes.
Really, that's all it takes.
So now enjoy the public episode for the poors.
You were the brave one. You were the one. So we all ought to die someday. And we all ought to die someday. Well, you were the brave one.
Hey guys.
You guys, what the heck? Today we're doing opinions
that have changed.
Opinions of yours that have changed. And I touched on this a tiny bit at the beginning of Patreon.
Yeah.
I've been racking my brain since we put this prompt out for opinions of mine that have been changed.
I liked how you were setting it up though.
Yeah, so my thing with this prompt is I think it's interesting. I cannot figure out an opinion of mine that has been changed other than me doubling down even harder on things that I already believe.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know.
I feel like we're over this past year, we've transitioned from being like, oh, I'm a Democrat to like, I'm a leftist. Like we're trying to transition to like socialist. Yeah.
Yeah, communist at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I haven't had any major, I really was trying to think, I guess one opinion of mine that has changed is so boring. Hey, when I was in high school, up until recently, loved Barack Obama.
Yeah.
There's one.
In high school, I campaigned. I worked on his campaign. Yeah. I literally would spend my weekends helping him campaign.
Then you start finding out that everybody's a war criminal and you go, don't like that anymore. So I guess my opinion on like loving politicians or being like, I back them. Even like with Mamdani, I'm like, as much as I like rally for him, there's still always a thing in the back of your head where you're like, yeah, but there's still a politician. What kind of fuck shit are they going to pull?
My brother was saying this. He was like, I think it's really cool and I think it's so beautiful and important even to have someone that inspires, not only just inspires, but instills hope in communities. He was like, but because he was like, I'm not judging him because, oh, he's so young. Like, what has he accomplished? Like, no, I think that's fine. Give a young person a chance. He's like, however, all of these politicians that are now crooks started off as young, hopeful people who wanted to change for the better. He was like, so let's just hope that he doesn't do that. He was like, but historically, it's not looking inspiring.
It's not looking good. It's like, It's almost like how people in abusive relationships, you get into it. And like at first it's not abusive,
but then they start, are so good.
And they start chipping away at you over like the course of time. And then you start like, you're like in this like abusive cycle.
Yeah. And
I feel like that's what happens with politicians.
That's what they do. They make you, they whittle you until you're just like a small little nub.
Or like with politicians, it's like they start out being so hopeful, but then the longer they're in politics, the more they start to like become part of the machine because they're just,
well, it's also like a very corrupt, broken system.
Well, and they become just cogs in the machine because of it. So nobody really like maintains this fucking fly.
I know there's a fly in here, you guys. And here's an opinion that hasn't changed. I don't like flies. So clock the tea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think. This one, again, is kind of boring. And I've talked about it on here so many times. But I used to say I hated musicals, especially like in my like early 20s. I was just like, I thought theater was so annoying, As we can see, I fucking love it. Musical theater is a gift from God. And that's all I know.
She loves theater now.
I love theater so much. And I was so wrong.
I know I'm a theater head.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the fucking club, honk. I've been a damn theater head for a minute.
I know, you have. And I always thought that was so funny and bizarre. But now, hey, guess what?
God,
I don't think it's funny at all.
I wanted to do theater so bad. Like since high school, I was like such a theater. No, and I was a kid too. Didn't have that theater kid personality.
That is the thing. The theater kid personality, I think, is one of the most off-putting.
It's so off-putting.
It is some of the, because, there is some crossover with that with musical improv. I'm more in like the comedy camp, but there's definitely like some like theater heads.
Oh my God. It's like the
and
most.
Some of those personalities, I'm like, and it's love and light to all of them at the end of the day. Because this is the public episode, so I should probably watch it. But there's like some personalities that I find to be so like vapid.
As someone who literally went to theater school with a bunch of fucking bozos who like moved to LA from like the Midwest, so many of those.
Bozos.
The damn bozos. The most like, okay, obviously like to live in LA, you have to have a bit of delusion to be like, I'm gonna fucking make it. And it's like, that's
100%.
good. Everybody should have some kind of like delusion. We have to like get ourselves onto the next thing. But the like Hollywood delusion is like something I've never seen before in my entire life. And it honestly put me off of actors because it's like something you've never seen. And these kids in this theater school I went to, I remember them like just fucking strutting around like they were damn Brad Pitt. And I'm like, you are at...
Like Sharpay fucking Evans from...
You think... Yeah, exactly. From what, High School Musical?
Is her last name even Evans?
I don't even know.
It's Sharpay.
I don't even actually know.
Okay.
Well, I'm like, you guys are fucking prancing around Los Angeles City College right now on Vermont where there's a crackhead outside naked shitting on a tree.
The Blind Institute is right next door to LACC.
Hilarious.
And the blind people are literally having to like hit the homeless people with their sticks as they step over them. I've seen it.
Not me saying hilarious about blind people. Not that hilarious people are blind. Not that blind people are hilarious, but the proximity literally of that.
I picked up what you were saying.
Of all of that. And it's like next to such a busy street.
I know.
Yeah, there's something really sinister about actors. I guess my opinion on that has kind of changed. I remember when I moved here and started going to theater school, my whole thing was like, yes, actors are so cool and interesting. And then you're here long enough and you go, actors are the biggest fucking narcissistic weirdos, even more so than comedians who are the biggest weirdos.
Here's the and narcissists, but here's the thing. At least there's humor involved. I think that
I know.
Actors are some of like the most humorless people.
It was so
not all, but there's
no, yeah,
a large amount where I'm like, you take yourself so seriously.
So seriously. And I like literally like thinking about when I was in theater school and I'm like, you guys, we're doing Death of a Salesman at a community college right now. You don't need to like do method acting.
They start doing Meisner in the corner.
They were though. That's swear to God, that's like the kind of shit that it was. And I remember just like laughing at it because I was like, this is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
You start getting the ick.
I was getting the ick.
I had that in acting class.
This acting classes are so ick.
And all the acting teachers are trying to like coerce you into some sort of like sexual deviancy. It's so crazy.
They all are. They all are. I remember the other night I drove past Leslie Kahn. You know, I think there's this acting studio in Hollywood called Leslie Kahn, and it's like this, you know,
acclaimed.
Big, yeah. And everybody's like, oh, you go to Leslie Kahn.
Oh, you're doing Kahn? Yeah,
you're doing Kahn. By the way, Kahn.
Yeah, Kahn artist. How about that?
Kahn, the Kahn artist. And Jesus Christ. It's like one of those things where it's, you know, like $1,200 for a 4-week intensive.
And I know we're on YouTube now, but I'm just going to say it. That's a form of...
No, and it is.
At these acting schools, they give a pepperoni and cheese.
And it's so pretentious. And I remember, like, and you go into these classes where the teachers are all trained by, like, you know, by Leslie.
Yeah,
you know, and
that's what these all of the studios are named after the teacher. They're like, I studied with Leslie for 15 years.
Leslie changed my life
before she looked at me in the eye, and you're like, okay.
No, and it's so crazy.
Anthony Mandel, that's a kooky one.
All of them. And it's like, they have these people that are like our age teaching young, excited, like new people who are in Hollywood.
Freshly 18. It's like
Freshly 18, and they're getting paid probably nothing because these acting
pennies.
coaches are like,
it's all abusive.
no, it's so abusive. I remember the one class I took there. It was like she was in there sitting on her fucking throne with her dog. I remember she had this little dog named Khaleesi,
Okay.
like Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And I was like, what is this gay shit? And everybody's like so fucking serious. And I was like, I'm not built for this. All that to say, I do love watching theater.
I love watching theater.
Nothing invigorates me more, swear to God, nothing invigorates me more than watching theater. Shakespeare in particular, I love seeing good Shakespeare.
You love your little Shakespeare.
I love Shakespeare. I love Chekhov. I will watch the classics all day. It is so invigorating to me.
Honestly, watching, I was telling you this on the phone today, but watching Wicked a year ago is truly what changed the chemistry in my brain to make me, this past year I saw so many musicals and I just really fell in love with it. And I feel like where I'm at now, I would honestly rather watch a musical than like going to see a movie.
So fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Or even a concert. I would rather go to a musical.
Oh, me too.
100%.
Theater is so impressive. Good theater is so impressive. Not what was happening at Los Angeles City College when I was there.
Yeah.
Although we did do a play
Okay.
on Andy Warhol, and I played Andy. Very fun.
Okay, Miss Honk.
I know.
Would you ever do that again? Would you ever get into theater?
No.
Oh.
Too old now. That was a young person's game.
But what if you got asked to do?
I mean, yeah, if I was like asked to do...
That's what I'm saying.
If it was one of those things where it was like, hey, we want you in this Broadway play. Yeah, for sure. But here's the other thing. I don't know how I memorized things back then. I don't know how I ever got off book for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember my own damn jokes anymore. And because my brain wasn't rotted by social media.
Mm-hmm.
Now my brain's so fucking rotted.
I know. No, I have maggots in my brain.
Maggots.
Mm-hmm.
Call me RFK, sweetie, the way I have a fucking worm in here.
I guess I'll call you that.
I can't, I don't know. Getting off book for shit is so crazy and so hard. I was looking into taking Shakespeare classes recently, just like for fun. But then the idea of going to an acting class and like getting off book for something, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's so hard.
The agony.
The agony.
I know.
I
It's so
hate
crazy.
it.
Wait, okay, so I'm switching gears. I just had a thought pop up. This is opinion that's changed. And we kind of, again, we talked about this briefly on Patreon, but I'm taking it a little bit, dare I say, further. On Patreon, you said you think that every woman should have an abortion.
I think, yeah. So I've gone so far now where I'm like, not only should abortion be legal, it should be required. Every woman, before they decide to keep the baby, they have to get one abortion.
This is what I was going to say. And hell yeah to that.
Thank you.
Bonus points if you get 3. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know how in some high schools or whatever, they give you the bag of flour and that's like your baby for the week?
Oh, okay. That's what yours did?
Yeah, we had to do something like that. Don't worry, I killed mine. But here's what I think.
Good.
Started the abortion early, sweetie. Here's what I think. I think every high school guy should have to like go through basically like the process of watching a woman go through an abortion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And here's the other thing.
Or at least like watch a horrifying video and then have to like care for a woman for 3 weeks. 6 weeks rather, afterwards.
Make also men like pretend get periods. Like put the like simulation on that gives them cramps and then make them walk around with a pad in their pants.
And if you really were to zoom out with what I'm saying, I guess I would be saying force men to be taught empathy from high school, but I think it's more fun to do it in the way that we're describing.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
That's what's changed for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to fucking see this. That's why I'm happy that we vlogged your abortion, dude.
I can't believe we did that. I'll do it again in a heartbeat.
All right, next year.
I'd do that again in a damn abortion heartbeat.
Yeah. Just one before we take it out.
Before you take it out. So crazy. Can't believe I got an abortion. That was... I'll tell you guys this. Again, it's like...
Did that change your opinion on abortion? Or like the process? Did it like where they're just like open your eyes? Not saying that it made you against it, but I'm just like...
Yeah, it made me against it.
What did it... No, but you know what I'm saying.
It did... Okay, I'll say this about getting an abortion. It really put into perspective how strong women are. I was like... It put me so in my body in a way that like I've never experienced. I was like, holy shit.
Made you very present too.
Made me so present. made me so like, I cannot believe that I just went through this, that my body can do this, and that I can like survive this. The amount of pain that I was in when I was going through the process of like aborting, it was insane. And then it makes you think about childbirth. It's like very primal. And I was like, this is what it is to be a woman.
Then I think my hot opinion change is that I think all men should have to go through a virtual reality simulator of an abortion, and they should have to deal with that.
Yeah, and all men should have to get sexually assaulted by somebody in their family that also assaulted a woman. Just kidding. Don't say that.
And let's get into those stories. Okay.
Here's one. Here we go. Changed my mind on trans issue.
Okay.
You want to read it or you want me to read it?
I'll read it.
There you go, hunk.
Okay. Changed my mind on trans issue. I've changed my mind on the trans issue, not because I don't support trans people, but because I think the way things are being handled has gone way too far. I'm seeing policies that don't make sense and honestly feel harmful. For example, there are situations where biological men are being allowed into women's change rooms, and that completely wipes out women's sense of privacy and safety. So I'm going to put a pin in that. Where are you seeing that?
What do you mean? I mean, trans women are biological men, but like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because that just kind of sounds like
Lee's not walking into, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like your brother's not walking into women's restrooms.
Because he's a pervert, but like
waving his dick around. That's all. But
this is the problem. This is what people think. They go, "Oh, if a guy can just call himself a woman," and it's like, no,
then they're going in there. I'm like, that's not what is happening at all.
It's not. Hate to break it to you, if you're a pervert, you're a pervert.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. If you're a creep, you're going to be a creep no matter what your gender is.
That's literally
baby girl.
Trans people, though, they have this thing where they're like, yeah, but all trans people are perverts, and it's like, no. There are perverts in every
walk of life.
Yeah. What do you talk? Okay, go on. Let me see. I was going to rage bait. This is
rage baiting me. I know. There have been cases reported where male offenders were placed in female prisons and women ended up being assaulted. Something that should never be.
Okay, so like male offenders. So they're saying like trans women are placed in female prisons.
Miss Girl who wrote in this is all just transphobic because you're also like not using the right pronouns either. Male offenders were placed in female prison. Like, no, something that should never be happening. And in sport, also, welcome to prison. You're gonna get fucking assaulted, may it be sexually or physically, in a violent way.
Yeah, you got studs in there doing the same shit.
Yeah, and welcome to men's prison. Like they're horrific in there.
Okay, go on.
Okay. And in sport, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm about to get angry. And I'm about to get angry.
This is like the conservative talking point of like, well, the trans.
And in sport, mind you, let's just say this, you guys.
The three people.
1 second. Yeah. Trans people make up 1% of the population. The population that is, if that. The population that is severely hurting the general public is not that 1%. It is the billionaires that are robbing you fucking blind. And they use this as like a dangly, shiny thing to distract you while they fucking pick your pockets.
And once again, the people that I've felt the most threatened by in my entire life are straight men. Yeah, it's just men.
I have never once, and mind you, I am in the theater scene now, so I'm friends with many trans people. It sounds like you don't have any trans people in your zeitgeist, so you're speaking from ignorance. As someone who has dated trans people, is friends with trans people, never once have they ever done anything that makes me uncomfortable. Not saying that they are absolved from being a human. We're all deeply flawed. I don't give a fuck if you're cis, trans, bi, straight, whatever the fuck. But to lump people in under blanket statements is so harmful, so ignorant, and lazy. But it's like with an undercurrent or even an overcurrent of fucking violence.
Yeah, it's just like such a tired talking point. Like, okay, we gotta.
It's so tired. It's so tired.
Okay.
And in female sports, female athletes are literally losing out on medals, records, and scholarships.
Girl, where? It's
and
like
No,
Again.
they're not. No, they're not. And Olympic opportunities because they're being forced to compete against people with male physical advantages.
There are also women. Remember, what was that whole thing like a couple years ago with the woman? I don't even remember. She soccer player. I don't know. She had like higher T. She was a biological woman,
and she had higher T than trans women. And guess what? I encourage for people that say this. I'm getting angry because I'm getting calm. For people that use this as an argument, I impel you to go do the research on what...
Implore?
Impel works too, no? Let's see.
Is impel a word?
Impel is a word, but let me just double check if it works right here.
Okay, clock my ass if it's not.
Wait. Okay, wait, what did I just say?
Impel. I impel you.
I encourage you to strongly urge something forward.
Impel?
Yeah.
That's a word?
Strongly urge. Yes, sweetie.
What the hell?
So don't be S-U-N-T if you're going to be wrong. But anyway, so I impel you to go look at the effects of what estrogen does to the body. Go do an ounce of research, and not on Fox News, not in Rumble chat rooms, but by actual scientists that work on this, and actually talk to trans people. Understand, this is all rooted in this fictitious fear.
I'm sorry, as somebody who is friends with trans women too, I'm I wouldn't want to see them in men's bathrooms. They are far too feminine. Sorry, that's weird. That would make me feel weird.
One of my trans girlies is honestly a tomboy, but I'm it would be fucking really weird if she used the men's restroom.
I'd like to understand why your opinion changed though.
Okay, so this is what she ends it with. And I'm also trying to be mindful in the way that this does upset me just because I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be cognizant of how I'm speaking because I know that when someone does start leaning to the right and someone does start, falling, or someone starts succumbing to the red-pilled propaganda, I know having to liberal women be you're fucking wrong. That's not going to change their mind.
Yeah.
So that's also why I'm sincerely look up what you're talking about. Because I have Megan, what's her name? Megan Kelly.
Yeah.
Said that. I'm no, from an actual scientist, from actual therapists, from actual trans people. Because what you're saying, there's nothing rooted in truth. But okay, so then you go, and this person says, I still believe in respecting everyone, but I'm not going to pretend these issues aren't real. At this point, I think the way the movement has expanded is hurting women and creating problems that nobody seems willing to talk about honestly.
I don't know if that's
so they probably are Megan or Bridget Fetisi style red pilled, where they just became red pilled at the last election. They're kind of coming around to these issues. They're they're feeling marginalized just by being a woman, and they see men as identifying as women as a threat to women.
And from that perspective, I understand the thing of again, men taking up women's spaces, but I don't see it. I understand that POV, but I don't see it like that because it's not not that to me. It's not just a fucking cis man being I'm a woman now. That's just not how cis men are.
No.
It's, I don't know. It's not, it doesn't,
I don't really see that. I think that I also think a lot of this is people being kind of late to the game because there was maybe some of that and people started kind of coming out as trans and then they weren't passing, and so it gave people a bad taste in their mouth, and then now forever the people who are against it just point to those as examples.
Right.
But now you don't see that as often anymore. You just don't see it, and I feel like people who are expressing themselves, who are changing their gender, they're very they're aware. They're not trying to be offensive. They're not trying to take people down.
No.
And but then you just have all these talking heads who are pointing to these examples, and they're making them feel offensive.
Yeah.
And they're just really not.
Right.
This country exploits, like, it fear mongers and it exploits ignorance. And it's just, it really makes me sad because, like, you're hating on people that don't, and like,
are not a threat to, like,
no,
your
they're
life.
not a threat at all. Oh my God. Like, they have nothing to fucking do with you. They're just people that want to live their fucking lives. How someone wants to present to society or how they want to label themselves, it doesn't fucking concern you unless they want to label themselves a pedophile. Then you can go and call the fucking police and you can be fucking scared.
Well, no, then they can be a politician.
Right.
Clock it.
Because here's the thing, too. It's like with the thing of, like, oh, the sports and the prisons, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about that. So it's like, yeah, maybe that's like an issue that needs to be worked out with, like, I don't know, like with the higher ups, you know? It's like if you guys are, like, if it's really a threat in prisons and shit to, like, have, you know, trans women in women's prisons. I know, but I'm like, I don't know if that's, like, I don't have enough. I don't think about it enough to even really have any kind of input.
There's no need.
It doesn't consume my brain the way it does for
prison violence as a whole is an issue. Okay. Honestly, we could keep going off about this. I feel like we've said what we need to say.
Yeah. Okay, so your mind has changed. Your opinion has changed on.
Well, I hope something we said, at least if it doesn't change your opinion back, at least it inspires you to just, like, look a little bit deeper into it, because I really disagree.
And you know what? If you're really offended by trans people at the end of the day, I guess don't go into trans bars. I don't really know.
Yeah. Okay, then don't go to Portland. I don't really know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Don't go to New York City. Don't go to LA.
As if there's even, like, trans people running. Like, okay, then
also trans bars. There's not even, like, that's not even a thing. But okay,
this is just being fed to you on TV. I want to know this person's last experience with.
Right.
You want to know what scares me, what horrifies me, is ICE agents pulling people violently out of cars, and then their families and their lawyers, mind you.
SNAP benefits being taken away.
They can't find them.
Me.
Yeah, SNAP benefits being taken away. The president and all his, like, fucking asshole friends literally
healthcare subsidies
stealing money out of taxpayers' pockets. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
But if trans people scare you, honestly, all I can say is, what a privileged life you have. That's the scariest thing in your life.
It is true. And it's so funny. It's like we live in such a liberal city. LA is so liberal. And I know maybe less than 10 trans people. So it's like, if you're living in anywhere that's, like, not a super blue city, you absolutely don't know any trans people.
No.
What, like, how many do you know? And we live in a city where it's, like, it's very liberal. So where are you?
All right, let's move it along.
Okay.
All right, you're going to read the story titled Weed.
Okay, weed. For the past 10 years, I have had a crippling weed addiction, which I finally beat in February this year. When I look back on my life as a functioning addict, most years I truly can't remember, and that's on brain cell damage. It's truly haunting how isolated and broke I was all the time. I couldn't keep friendships, had deep religious psychosis, suffered paranoia.
Interesting.
That I was being gang stalked by Freemasons, screaming. And I was completely disassociated during every sexual experience I had. Anyway, this year, my cousin started fucking her decrepit ex-boyfriend again, who cheated on her, has pedophile allegations, and is also a massive stoner. Girl power, LOL.
Okay. He sounds busy. Wearing a lot of hats.
She brought him to my apartment in early February. This was before I knew these gross things about him. Okay. As I sat there smoking cones with him, looking at this 33-year-old shadow of a man with no... hold on. I like that you called him decrepit when he's 33.
Well, probably decrepit because of his lifestyle.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he's, like, probably
when people say decrepit, I imagine, like, an 80-year-old, just, like, spider of a man.
Okay, I see that. To me, I envision like a very broken shell of a person.
Okay.
Like if someone was a hoarder and they're living in, like, extreme filth, that to me would be, like, decrepit.
Okay. Interesting. Look at this 33-year-old shadow of a man with no job or life. I felt a powerful surge through my body, which was like my spine was being recalibrated, and I felt mental clarity for the first time in years. Girl, that's a damn God moment. That I did not want to ever end up like him. I could see a very dark path ahead if I didn't beat this addiction by my 30s and go completely cold turkey. Immediately after they left my place, I threw away everything I had to smoke and began my detox. The nightmares and insomnia were honestly scary for the first few months, but I knew I had to lock the fuck in and get better. That's crazy that this was because of weed.
I know.
Because what you're
How much were
describing
you
sounds like
smoking?
heroin.
No, truly.
Like, goddamn. I've been sober for around 9 months now. I've gained 5 healthy kilos.
Okay,
I
Miss
have
Kilo.
beautiful friendships forming. I have so much more energy and I can actually afford to go out and do things instead of being holed up in my apartment smoking my life away. I always
for
thought
you.
I was so chill and calm being a weed smoker, but reflecting back now, I know that that was not the case at all. And while I don't think it's a bad drug to partake in occasionally, heavy on occasionally, I'm so glad I saw the light and quit that shit for good.
Yeah, because it kind of sounds like you were giving Miss Zombie. And we need you out and about.
Dude, I mean, I've always hated weed because it like activates psychosis in me. So I cannot imagine being like perma high.
No, I think I honestly would turn into a true full-blown psychotic because the times I've smoked, I get so unworldly anxious.
It's so scary.
I know.
Weed sucks.
And I'm like, all right.
So I started going through that. There were multiple factors that like tipped me over the edge. I developed a Xanax addiction. So I was like heavily addicted to Xanax and didn't really realize I was addicted to Xanax. I was just kind of taking Xanax all the time. And then I started having, and then because of the Xanax, I started having like bad LSD trips because I was taking a lot of acid. And so I started having bad LSD trips. The LSD trips is what like triggered the psychosis, feeling that people were after me.
Oh my God.
And I would literally be like, there was times where I would be like curled up in my bed, like convinced that like my roommates, my neighbors, and like random passersby were like plotting to kill me because my energy was disrupting them in some way. Literally curled up. And so, and then when I gave up weed and LSD and kind of had to like get back on track and like get rid of that paranoia. And then had to stop taking the Xanax, continued to do other drugs for a long time, but wasn't living in that like paranoid state anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, and there were times where I would like buck against it, but like fuck you, I don't care if I'm bothering you. What am I bothering? And
not you like in your own.
You're shadow boxing yourself.
Yeah, you're literally shadow boxing yourself.
Yeah, you want to get me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, I would like get
your
all
cats
puffed
are
up.
like, can you just like feed us? Or
yeah, you're like literally.
You open up your fridge and they're like a one piece of Kraft cheese is looking at you and you're like, what?
Yeah.
What?
A moldy
like,
fridge.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Dare I say the decrepit fridge?
The decrepit fridge.
I was decrepit.
The mentality of hardcore stoners is selfish and greedy, and you're always thinking about just getting home and getting high. It's the constant drumming thought that, well, if no one is going to be there for me, I know weed is. Literally every addict in the whole wide world. So that's my opinion that changed. Weed doesn't make me a chill girl. It made me a shell of a human being. I thought I'd be a stoner forever because it was so cute to be high all the time. But that opinion has drastically changed since quitting. Note, I only got hooked on it 10 years ago when I was dating an abusive drug dealer 6 years older than me, and I was too naive to realize what was really going on. I'm 28 this month and finally truly content with where I am now. It's crazy how many emotions I had been suppressing for so many years. It's a sad and I just got like an update I just got like a mail update. Like a news update, and the little drop down just popped down, and it said, Trump admits that he was charmed by Mamdani. Okay. I guess his opinion changed.
Okay.
I guess his opinion changed on his democratic.
Let that just go to show it's okay to change your mind.
It's okay to change your mind. Okay. Truly, blah, blah, blah. It's crazy how many emotions I'd been suppressing for so many years. It's a sad and strange drug to be dependent on. I love you guys. I've seriously adapted saying okay. and make you lose your mind. And I'm on to you in my daily life.
That's so funny.
You all make me laugh until my stomach hurts. And I actually think I've gotten funnier because of y'all through my true and by being my true and authentic self. That's very sweet.
At least, yeah, okay, that's good.
I relate to all three of you in beautiful, wholesome, different ways. Gabby, I also can't ever shit properly. Thank you. Harper, your fleeting bisexuality, and Lee, your perverted sexual habits.
Wow.
And here's some tea for you.
I'm not just.
No, you're a freak.
And here's some tea for you because I don't give a fuck anymore. I've been a fan since 2020 because I used to have a weird online sexual relationship with a U.S. comedian. His first name starts with the 7th letter of the alphabet and
Jesus,
rhymes with
all right.
hats.
All right.
C-D.
What's the 7th?
G? Hat?
Gats?
All right. Let's not. We're not.
You said gas.
We're not playing this weird saw game.
Wait, his name starts with the 7th letter of the alphabet, and then what's with hats?
His last name
Gavin
name
Matz?
rhymes with hats. Oh, maybe.
Okay, period.
I know you all love a riddle. And Gabby made a funny comment on one of his posts.
I guess we
I don't know if we do, but okay, girl.
I guess we just fell for it.
I have
Yeah.
no idea who. Okay, she's from
It's
Australia.
giving Gavin Matz.
But it's not.
It's giving just tell us.
It's not
A,
because
B,
if she was
C,
listening,
D,
she would
F, G.
she would have named it because she goes, Gabby made a funny comment on one of his posts. So I've been following the journey since 2020. If it was Gavin Matz, they'd be like, oh, I saw the episode with him.
All right. Let's move it along.
Whatever. Okay.
All I have to say, hold on.
Oh.
It's so funny to me with the weed stuff. I've never seen anything like the weed community get so offended when you talk about how weed sucks. Like,
They're like, no, it doesn't do
Yeah,
anything to you. And you're like,
oh, no, it's actually really, like nobody, if you defended alcohol like that, everybody would be like,
meanwhile, it makes you morph into, like a schizophrenic Cheeto.
It's so funny. I like literally, if people defended alcohol the way people defend weed, you'd be like, hey, you should go to rehab.
But
Because
honestly,
it's
the
weed.
gaslighting worked on me for like a hot second with weed. I was like, oh, yeah, nothing bad happens at all. And then I started realizing, like, oh, actually,
It is crazy how you used to see everybody, like, people are just outside smoking. There would definitely be like a joint going all the time. People smoke weed. And I just don't see that anymore.
well, don't you feel like it really switched over to vapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is.
People still smoke. I don't know. But okay.
Yeah.
People have weed pens now.
Yeah.
They have weed pens.
I guess I just don't
Why do we sound like aunties? They have weed pens. And the vapes have
Everybody
taken
has-
over the streets.
Everybody has weed pens.
No one's lighting up cones.
When I was
They're lighting up
younger,
their flashlights and smoking them.
when I was younger, I used to think that weed shouldn't be legal, but I was like really young when I thought that. Now I think all drugs should be legal.
I remember being 10 years old and telling my mom, I'm like, I'm never drinking or doing any drugs.
Oh my
because
God, I know.
why would I ever want to forget a moment of this life? And my mom always brings that up. And I go, well, Mom, I was a fucking Gaylord kid.
Why would I want to ever?
I still believed in Santa when I was 10 years old. So we're not going to really be.
really
all right, Lee,
old.
don't raise your. I know. Okay. Well,
You really believed in Santa until you were 10?
okay. Kind of thought it was going to be like more relatable. Okay. Dumb hippie bitch almost kills her baby.
What the hell? Okay.
Dumb hippie bitch almost kills her baby. In parentheses from Laura. Shout out to our beautiful reader, Laura. I just titled these the subject of the email. ... Oh, creative liberties. I like it. Okay. Hey, honky. Meanwhile, they're all written in from Lee. Okay. Hey, honkies and diddle little Lee.
All right.
Boo! Okay.
Okay, diddle little Lee.
All
That's the thing. Lee never wants you to flirt with him. Trust me. Just join Patreon.
Okay.
Excited to binge.
Don't.
Okay. I'm an elder millennial.
Diddle little Lee, is that what? That's what I'm supposed to go by. That's what I'm supposed to just accept into my life.
Well,
Diddle
oh my
little
God.
Lee.
When you listen to when you
Oh
listen
my God.
when you listen to Patreon, sweet beautiful girl, you're gonna hear something about an avocado seed,
No,
and then you're
diddle
gonna
little
You really just woke him up.
Diddle little Lee is what I'm supposed to just accept.
well, you're the one who's like self-proclaimed Mr. Short and Wide.
Yeah.
But diddle little,
Oh
diddle,
my God. The voice raising.
Diddle little? You're not helping your case.
diddle little, diddle little Lee.
You're gonna say that about
You want to know what this is giving? This is giving that time that we were recording, and
the
then
cough.
and then I hear him go, "I'm reading a story," and then I hear him go, "Okay," at you. That's what this is giving.
Crazy. That was so great. And you want to know what? Lee smoked so much meth and drugs and like whatever the fuck you were doing in the streets for all those years before you waddled in here. I feel like you have permanent like psychosis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually are giving diddle little Lee.
Yeah, you are diddle little. You know what? For now on, y'all, when you write in, it's hi honks and diddle little.
It's giving leedle diddle Lee.
Oh, yeah, is that what it's giving?
That flew off the tongue.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was really
that's
good.
what it
Okay. I'm an
leedle diddle Lee.
Okay, everyone here's a retard and on perfect. I'm an
you're a freaking retard, too.
I know, and that's on hitting the hammer on the nail. Or wait, hitting the nail on the hammer.
Call back to freaking Patreon. Little diddle Lee.
If you listen, it'll make you lose your mind.
All right, let's go.
Oh, you didn't have another hot riff on diddle? Anyways.
I have a meeting to get to. That's his next thing. You guys, I have a meeting to get to. Come on.
You guys have a meeting. I have other shit to do besides listen to you fucking retards. Okay.
Yeah, I got to get to the basement. I've got a meeting.
Okay. Meanwhile, the meeting is just you looking at yourself in the mirror. Guess you lost your mind. I'm an elder millennial. My kids are now teens. I'm kind of an old crusty kid. Oh.
Me if I had kids.
Please don't. I toured festivals and hitchhiked before I was a mom. I'm a dropout, and while still pretty intelligent and street smart, I'm not educated. Before I knew how to research anything I got from the internet accurately, I was pretty gullible. I'm from a bunch of hippies and rednecks, so when I had a kid at 22, okay, child bride, I just followed whatever folksy advice my matriarchs came up with at the time. My brother is 14 years younger than me, so when my son was born, he was 9. He'd been diagnosed with what was called Asperger's syndrome when he was 5. My mother and grandmother blamed vaccines. Oh, no. This was 2009, and Jim Carrey's wife was on a public misinformation rampage just prior to that, I believe. Jim Carrey, okay.
Yeah, his ex, Jennifer... Yeah, Jen McCartney.
Okay.
Right? That's her name? Jen McCartney?
McCarthy.
I
think it's McCarthy.
Is it Jen? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, that was McCarthy. A lot of new agey people believed her that vaccinations make babies autistic, which I now know is medically impossible, by the way.
Don't tell the CDC website.
Yeah, well, don't tell RFK Jr., because that's what he's running on. So I elected to not vaccinate my baby. I continued to refuse vaccinations throughout his first year and a half of life, which are a lot, that a kid would end up having to get for preschool and kindergarten. My son and I lived in 2 homeless shelters during his infancy. I worked with him along as a nanny. We had to stand in food lines and ride buses, hang out in day shelters, public playrooms, human service offices, clinics. All are high-risk environments where communal diseases are pervasive. I know, I'm getting scared. A destitute single mom with no support in the U.S. is in a shit position. Eventually, I came to the end of our luck, and when he was a year and a half and I was pregnant with his sibling, he got sick.
Oh, no.
We woke up one morning... Oh, God. Okay. We woke up one morning to another day of lifting and shoving around in a stroller all around Denver. Okay, what is up with the Denver write-ins?
I know. We're getting Denver.
Shout out Denver, you guys. A stroller all around Denver and up and down my 3-story moldy-ass apartment building in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy because it was the housing and transportation I could afford. And he had a weird rash in a couple small spots I noticed while dressing him. His temperature was also a little elevated. Thank goodness I didn't hesitate to call up the pediatrician. When I described the rash to the nurse on the phone, they checked briefly with the doctor and asked me to bring him in immediately. I got him to the clinic and the doctor came in with a shot already prepared. I guess scarlet fever was going around the city.
Scarlet fever?
What the fucking hell?
Okay, typhoid Mary ass.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know.
We didn't survive the fucking plague to come this far and then get scarlet fucking fever.
I know. All because you're afraid of a little vaccine.
All because you're afraid of a little bit of autism.
All because you're afraid of your son being into trains.
Literally.
All because you're afraid of your son being able to count numbers like at the drop of a hat.
Come on.
Are you serious? Come on. Okay. They gave him 1 antibiotic shot.
Count numbers. We're counting numbers.
What else would you count?
You meant toothpicks. Count toothpicks.
I meant like do math in your head really quickly.
Count numbers at the drop of a hat.
Oh, he thinks
That's what you
he
said.
thinks he's.
He's trying to get me right now, but you got what I was
got
saying.
what you were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he thinks.
Hey, Lee, super funny.
You owned
so
her, Lee.
funny. That was so good. Yeah.
Man, you got her, Lee. You got her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Diddle Little, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
You
Yeah.
really got her.
Do you like how he just went, just get back to the story, which is what we were
No,
doing?
I said I deserve that one.
Oh, you deserve that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like when a man takes accountability.
Yeah. Okay.
Stupid fucking whores in his head over and over again.
Yeah. These fucking bitches.
Whores.
Whores and whores.
I wouldn't fuck him. You. Who would fuck any of these stupid fucking whores? Not me.
Every time they say one fucking thing, I never get treated like this at the store. They show me respect around there.
They don't.
Oh, God is good. And y'all remember that. All right. Okay, so your baby got shot in the butt with a needle. Much bigger needle than the vaccine shots would have been. And vaccines go in the thighs for babies, so less discomfort. Pretty much as they explained what was happening to me. Apparently it was that urgent. Yeah, I started vaccinating my babies, needless to say. At least he was okay and it wasn't more serious because we caught it right away. I never took that chance with his sibling. And that's on learning how to not be a dumb bitch. Love the pod. I got a lot of juicy stories, sans children. I'll write in again sometime. Love you all. Relate hard to Lee's active addiction days. Okay. Used to hate Harper because I am you. Beautiful. Okay. We feel hard and love harder, and it's hard to be us. And Gabby, we have the same type in men. No more needs to be said. So y'all feel like friends.
Thank you so much.
Or my favorite home group meeting. Keep making me cackle and sob. Big, wet, sloppy kisses to y'all, like Harper always gives us on our dirty little heads. Y'all aren't getting no kisses from me.
Wait.
I'm not kissing nobody.
So I do love that her opinion on vaccines has changed.
And I love that her opinion on me has changed.
What?
Two very important opinions.
What did she say her son got again? What was the
Scarlet
fever, babe.
Will you look up what scarlet fever is and like what's going on?
Yeah.
Not your son.
Wasn't that around in like the Great Depression and shit?
Yeah.
And it would like take kids out.
It's like a fucking ancient goddamn disease.
It's an infection caused by the same bacteria as strep throat, resulting in a red sandpaper-like rash that typically starts on the neck and chest before spreading.
In Little Women, one of the sisters dies from scarlet fever. Spoiler alert.
Anybody survived this shit before we had vaccines?
I know.
I'm always
and then they're killing all the fucking witches, aka we're just healers.
I mean, no, I'm so blown
And
away.
women with a fucking opinion.
I'm blown away by the human race for overcoming these things.
I know. Maybe we'll overcome the retardation that's happening now. Okay.
No, we won't.
I love that. But I just want to say, I really love that you were able to admit you were wrong, and that was such a smart and important.
Oh, it can also just be caused from having untreated strep throat.
But
I
think
her son got it off like a fucking
No,
pussy.
there is no vaccine for scarlet fever.
No, but your immune system like doesn't have like he didn't have the proper buildup, you know?
Sure.
Right. Okay.
Poly people and healthcare. This person sent in 2 emails, so I put them in both.
Don't get me started.
So poly people and healthcare, 2 of your favorite things.
It's going to be our last one.
Oh.
No.
What the hell?
No. We get 2 more. Okay.
The look that Lee just gave you.
Whine at me about it.
Okay. Bye. Poly people in healthcare. This person.
The sexual tension between both of y'all today is crazy.
I would never fuck her, stupid, ugly whore.
Don't whine at me. You know
I didn't care
like
either way
that.
about poly people. Live your life. I knew a couple that brought on a third at one point and are still together today. So I had a decent connotation about thruples.
Okay.
Until I recently saw multiple examples of people using polyamory to publicly cheat on their spouses to create a conflict of which to leave their marriages. I feel like that happens a lot. Instead of being courageous enough to have adult conversations with their spouses, these people use poly to force their loving and compliant partners into messy, toxic situations,
Oof.
often in front of their entire social groups.
Okay.
Anyone forcing polyamory on a spouse is a conscious manipulator who lives in an unserious, childlike realm that I cannot relate to.
Okay. Yeah.
T.
Literally.
Poly people try to make you feel like you are a conservative Republican if you question their actions at all, but I'm officially finished with this divisive tactic.
Yeah.
Grow up. That's all. I love the show. It's been the best podcast. Shout out to Lee for sticking in there. Okay.
Okay, did a little.
And now I've selected it and it's all blue. I can't get out of the blue. Anyway, shout out to the ladies for their growth. Peace. This person sent in 2 emails.
And so Laura put it in under one.
Capitalism is an idea bred into my genes. My parents are incredibly hardworking people, and they've passed this work ethic on to me. Capitalism would have you believe that if you don't have healthcare, you must not have a good enough job, and you must have not worked hard enough. Yeah, that's true. I even believe that about myself. No one in my life ever told me I deserved healthcare for being simply alive. That's insane. No one at my schools, nobody at any of my jobs, not anyone in my family. I simply believed your right to wellness was based on your class. And that is so on capitalism, dude.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders was the first person in my life to say that I deserved healthcare. He told me that my presence in existence was just as important as anyone else, even the rich. Healthcare for all would mean we are all equal humans. And that is what this administration is working so hard to take away from us.
Mm-hmm.
Healthcare for all would mean we are all equal humans. No one is worth more than anyone else. Imagine that. This simple idea has completely changed my self-worth. I can't go back to thinking that one's right to healthcare should be based on their class or job.
No, it should not be based on your fucking job or your fucking class.
Healthcare is a human right.
We got to worry about the trans people on the women's teams. That's what we got to do.
This idea, I know things are abysmally bad right now, but because of Sanders in 2015 and 2016, I think I'm worth more than I did before. And that's a feeling I can't repay. That's so sweet.
That's really sweet.
Thank you for the podcast. Your show is my favorite. That is very cool. Hold on. Well, okay. We have the short one, and then we have 2 short ones left.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Lee.
I mean, you guys did 20 minutes on top.
Well,
okay. Eat my poop in your mouth.
Yeah.
I want to read these last 2.
You did 45 minutes on Patreon on a fucking avocado. So sorry if we do 20 minutes up top on a fucking trans hater. Jesus Christ, Lee. Empathy on 0, as usual. Turns out being fat is cool as hell. Lee. I used to believe my existence would be worth less if I ever became fat. My family, my friends, and the media encouraged my fear of fatness at a super young age. This is totally not a unique experience, but it contributed to me getting a gnarly eating disorder that actually caused me to get fatter and fatter. I'm so sorry for the eating disorder. That's crazy. A few years ago, I started some intense therapy work. Then last year, I took 2 months off of work for an eating disorder treatment program. Now I have a new opinion on fatness. I'm still very fat. My body hasn't gotten much smaller since my eating disorder treatment because it's just not to the point of recovery. But through my recovery, I've learned that I'm absolutely not worth less now that I'm fat. This is actually by far the most I've ever loved myself, my life, and my body, and I'm receiving so much love in return. You want to know what? I love that because it really is about what you give, what you get.
That's right. It's all about energy. Come on.
You get what you give is also what I was trying to say. That's
and
okay.
you get what you get. And it's giving you get what you get.
I feel like I said something a little bit different, but it's still my sense. Okay. I have a ton of empathy for people who fear fatness, just like I used to. It's a very hard way to exist, but I promise it's better on the other side. That honestly, I think really needs to be said today because I feel like we're seeing a rise in anorexia.
You think so?
Girl,
I guess
so many people on these red carpets and even in our own social sphere are just getting teeny. And it's to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting nervous for you.
Yeah.
It's scary. Okay,
yeah.
Gabby, you're going to end us on, unless you want, that was kind of short. I guess I could read this if you don't want to, but do you want to close us out on weed?
Unless you want me to. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I want you to. I just read the first.
Is that okay, Lee?
Yes.
I got a meeting.
Hey, talk about an opinion that's changed. It is okay.
You guys do whatever you want.
Thanks,
I guess this basket of stupid whores will just do whatever we want.
Hey guys, I'm currently in a spiral about turning 30.
Aww.
Never mind, I don't want to read this.
I know.
Having fertility issues that are so painful and complicated and just about life in general. And I gotta say, listening to your podcast while being mentally unwell,
okay,
it's way harder than listening to it when everything is going great in life. You know what? Tea time, a podcast for rock bottoms.
Yeah. Hey, you know, when I want to feel good, I listen to a different podcast. But when I'm feeling like a piece of shit, I turn you guys on and suddenly I don't feel so bad about myself.
It's like when you're sad and you only want to listen to sad music. That's what tea time is. And then people are like not depressed anymore and they're like, whew, don't have to listen to that again.
They're like, wow, I came out of a K-hole.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Happy we could be of service to you.
Fertility issues at 30. Huh? Okay, let's see. However, I was eating lunch, a chicken salad sandwich. Ugh. When you guys started in on that last story about pee and vomit from the past Patreon, that fucked me up. I don't remember.
Don't remember.
Honestly,
Yeah, me neither.
honestly, my fault. And I should have known better to eat while listening to this. The raw chicken sewn into the vagina story still haunts me. Yeah, that's true. My opinion that changes about weed. I used to think that it was harmless and wouldn't make an impact on myself or my desires, but now after being a weed smoker for 10 years, 5 of them being nearly daily use, I think it has slowly killed my creativity and belief in myself. I used to be pretty fearlessly ambitious, and now everything just seems too hard or too complicated for me. I feel like I can't find any inspiration or creativity, and when I try to think of a career I want to pursue, it all seems impossible. Maybe that's how it goes with age. Maybe we get more afraid and the world seems more difficult. I think in ways, yes. I think in ways also no. Maybe it's because of how much bad shit is happening in the world and so many careers are vanishing because of AI. Or maybe it is the weed, turning me into a numb, nervous, low ambition individual. I do think it plays a role. Who knows? Any advice for someone stuck in a creative rut? Thanks for reading if you do. Well, you know what?
I would say push through.
I'd say rewind back to what we opened with about weed. That person seems to have had very similar issues. And it seems as if the weed was the issue.
Yeah.
That's not to say that the other things that you named are not also playing a part, but I'd say
cut
your
it
best
down
bet-
/ cut it out. And
See where you
listen
go
to
from
the
there.
beginning of the episode. All the answers will be revealed.
And as somebody who has never struggled with a weed addiction, all I know is that I don't. Addiction is a hell of a thing.
I smoked so much fucking weed my senior year of high school, and I was so numb and checked out and sad and anxious. So I don't know.
Listen,
Don't do it.
I really enjoyed it for a long time, and it wasn't until I started doing other drugs that it started affecting me differently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if you're like Lee, I guess
Switch
keep
to
smoking
meth.
weed. Yeah.
Switch to meth. You heard it here first.
I suppose it's not doing your life any favors. Might as well cut it out. And if it's to numb how bad things are in the world right now, well, we'll be able to get through it.
And guess what? The world's always going to be bad. Hooey, hooey.
Yeah, it's always gonna
Welcome
be
to
bad.
Earth. Welcome to Earth. All right. And next week, our prompt is going to be...
What scares you? And not just like spiders. Like what really? I think we've done a topic very similar to this of like, biggest fears. But yeah, what scares you?
Yeah.
And maybe, you know what? Fuck it. If you want it to be spiders, let it be spiders. But we want to know really what's scaring you.
And I know Lee's scared he's going to miss this meeting. So we got to wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
I don't know what this bit is. I don't know what this
Every
meeting
week you
bit
go, I
is.
gotta get to a meeting.
I have a meeting.
I gotta
I
make a
have
phone
a
call.
daily meeting at fucking 3 o'clock.
There it is.
Hey, what do you mean? I don't know what this bit is. You mean the real life thing that you say every week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
All
know
right.
I don't know what this bit is. Oh,
Bye,
well,
guys.
bye.
You were the brave one. You were the one. So we all ought to die someday. And we all ought to die someday, someday. Well, you were the brave one. Yeah, you were the one. So we all ought to die someday. And probably not from smoking one of your cigarettes.